Hi everyone. So I read the comments on the last video I made about what it's like in the higher levels of awareness, and when we kind of complete the game, so to speak. But in reality this never ends. But what I mean by complete the game is complete the game in the physical reality, to the stage where we kind of have no more learning, because we've already learned everything and we've figured out that everything is mind. And when we figure out everything is mind, we can then use the mind to create any reality we want without having to rely on the physical aspects of things and the ups and downs and the ego, etc. But what I do want to say about this is some things I didn't say in the last video. One of the important aspects of this is the fact that you have to go through the physical before you can reach this stage. You have to go through the ups and downs for many, many years. You have to learn many, many things via your mistakes, via other people's mistakes, via trying to gain physical things, i.e. money, possessions, things like that. You have to go through these ups and downs for years and years, and you have to really go through some hard experiences before you can fully appreciate the mind and what the mind is, you see. Because the reason for this is, the only way I can put this is, you have to have a pure mind before you can reach this ability. And this ability to use your mind to create any reality you want is like a reward for your purity, for reaching that point in the physical to get to this non-physical point. And what I mean by pure is, all your intentions have to be pure. You have to be integral. You have to be very faithful. You have to be trustworthy. You have to use love. Okay, you have to be harmless. You have to use harmlessness in everything you do, because everything you do in the physical creates a reaction. Okay, whatever you give out, you get back. And if you're still giving out negative things, okay, if you say, for instance, still going out slagging somebody off, or still going out cheating on your girlfriend or boyfriend, if you're still going out even like shoplifting or things, little things like that, this is going to come back to you. So you're not going to reach this level of purity until you realize the laws of karma and how they work, and the law of cause and effect, so that you can kind of live a lifestyle that has no repercussions. And when you eventually get to this lifestyle, this is when you become pure, and this purity is what brings in the new ability to use mind to create anything you want. Now, another person in the comments actually mentioned the fact that you never stop learning, okay, because life's always ups and downs. But in my experience, this doesn't have to be the case, you see, because once you've transcended the physical, there's no need for the ups and downs anymore, you see, because in your mind reality, it can all be positive if you choose that, you see. Because the reason you can choose that constantly, which is possible, by the way, guys, is because you've been through all the ups and downs already, and you've got to a point where you realize that there is no reason to see the negative in things anymore. There's no reason for that, because the only reason for that in the physical world was so you could realize the positive, you see. But once you've gone through this game of balancing and it all balances out, you then reach this point of purity. And when you've reached that point of purity, you're not creating any more karma for yourself. So the idea of negative experiences will kind of disappear. Another thing I wanted to mention in this is that when you become kind of aware of all this, and when you get on this level of awareness, you kind of you become very hyper aware of everything around you. Okay, this can be classed as a good thing or a bad thing. It is double-sided. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This can have negative effects, but when you think of it as an ability, you do see the positive as well. And there probably is more positive than negative, but the only negative of this to me is sometimes when you go out places or you're in places, you don't see many people who see what you see or understand what you see. So you're kind of looking at everyone. Like say for instance you walk into a coffee shop and everyone's doing their normal thing, but you're alone doing your thing. You see everything, okay? You see it like an algorithm of all these interactions playing out, and you can literally look at somebody and you can see exactly what they're talking about, what level of awareness they're on, who they're talking to, what the level of awareness they're on, exactly what they're talking about. You can see all these algorithms playing out and you know exactly where it's all going to lead. This is the only way I can explain this, guys. You probably understand this because you guys probably see this, a lot of you. Now this is good in itself because you do see a lot of things. Like sometimes if I'm just driving past someone in the car, just by the look on their face as they drive past, I can see exactly what they're thinking, what level of awareness they're on, what they're going through in life, and where that's going to lead them to ultimately in the awakening process. Now this can get quite intense sometimes, but there is a positive to it as well, because you can see that, it means you've already gone through it, you see, because if you hadn't already gone through them stages, you wouldn't be able to see it. So because you've already gone through them, you've now reached these higher levels of the game where you can sit back and see it. And sometimes you feel like a bit of an alien because you feel like you don't belong in this world because you're not part of all that reality going on anymore. You see, you've gone above that and you're kind of looking down on it like I would say like kind of a god as such, just looking down on everything playing out, and you can see what's happening and what's going to happen and why it's happening as part of all them and their awakening process. But what you need to realize here when this happens is that these people are a reflection of you, because you've already been through that and they're going through what you've already gone through, so they are a reflection of you. So you can then use this ability to kind of use love. And this is one of the things you'll gain on these high levels of awareness, is the ability to love like nobody else has ever loved before, you see, because this gives you the ability to help people. Now a lot of people won't want the help, so you can try and advise people on what they should be doing to resolve all these situations and all these conflicts they're going through. But a lot of the time it'll go in one ear and out the other, you see, because they have to learn in a different way. You see, if somebody came to you and like 10 years ago when you were going through all these conflicts, how to be on a higher level where you have none of these conflicts and everything is just mind and imagination, you wouldn't really understand that. So that's the process going on here in the physical reality. You have to go through this process that eventually balances out, you see. So you kind of just tell people to do this. Even though I'm doing this now, I'm just doing this to guide people, just in case you're already on this experience, and I want to make you guys feel like you're not alone in this, because the only drawback of this is feeling slightly alone. Now that might be just me, you guys might not feel alone in this, you might be fully comfortable, but to me sometimes I feel very alone because I can't talk to many people who are going through this as well, you see, which is why I make these videos, because if you're going through this, you can understand that I'm going through this as well, and we can all help each other go through these processes, and so we don't feel so alone, we don't feel like this alien among everybody else. So yeah, so love is a big thing here. You've got to accept everybody else for their journey, accept what they're going through, help them if they want help, be there as a guide, be there as an inspiration. A lot of people learn just by looking at the way you live your life, and they want to live like that. So if you go out with a smile on your face, very happy just to be in the moment, people will look at you and they'll be like, I want to be like that. I want to be happy in the moment. And whether this is synchronicity or not, I don't know, but a large feather's just landed right on my window screen. I'll just show you guys. So that feather there has just landed right on the window there, just as I said that. So some people would call that superstition, which I have in the past. I've thought that things like that are just superstition, they're not real. But as I've learned in this process, I've realized that these things don't happen by chance, okay? Nothing happens by chance. Everything you experience at every point in your time-space reality is there for a specific reason for your learning, and to tell you something, and to like hint something to you, to like kind of realize that you're on the right path or you're not on the right path. And this is part of physical reality, you see. Physical reality is here to do that because it is an illusion. It's all a reflection of self. And as you go through these levels of awareness, as you reach these higher levels as well, your whole reality will change based on your thoughts. Okay, like something bad can happen and it's a test to see how you react to it. If you react to it in a positive way, that bad thing that's happened will just disappear. Like literally, it'll resolve itself within 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Okay, it'll just resolve itself because you've chosen not to focus on that in a negative way. So you start to realize that everything is a reflection of you, and whatever you choose, you can create in the physical. Okay, not that you need the physical anymore because everything's mind, but you can control the physical more. That's another aspect of this. And I'm trying to think of some other comments that you guys made regarding this. But I think this video has gone on for long enough now. It's been almost 12 minutes, so sorry that took so long, but I just wanted to explain some more factors of this awakening process and reaching the higher levels. So I hope you got something from that, guys. I will make another video regarding this, going on some other points and other things you realise during this process as well. So stay tuned for that. But thank you for listening to me today, guys. Have a nice day. Please check out my other videos. See you guys soon.